But if it was me, and thank God it's not, I would start by calling 911. Hey, Justin. As the last person who claimed to see Sebastian, period. Thank you, September Virgo. Thank you, honey. And we're all praying for a safe return. Thank you. I'll call 911, especially if I was the last person who claimed to see Sebastian, period. Wouldn't have time for nobody else, wouldn't have time for nothing else, wouldn't have time for zero. I would pick up the phone and I would dial 911. Don't want no excuses. There is zero excuse. None, zero. Can't convince me otherwise. Zero, zero. Well, I'm just throwing out things if it was me. Again, thank God it's not me, but if it was me. So let me move on.
Many people have asked me, why did Miss Proudfoot not call 911 immediately? And here's your chance to answer that.
Because by the time I realized my son was missing and I called my husband, at that point I was hysterical. I was at the point where I couldn't even form words anymore, and my husband is the one who remained calm enough to call them.
And to be honest with you, Miss Grace, the way we live outside of city limits, so you don't call 911 because you get routed to a dispatching hub who asks what's your location, and then they route you to another dispatcher to talk to give this story. I cut all of that out and I called straight to the sheriff's department because they have jurisdiction of where we live. So sorry that I decided to bypass a few steps and go straight to the source, where they responded within 10 minutes of the phone call being made.
But if I were the LE, I would also do the very same with all the cars. That includes Kathy Bowersox as well. In fact, all the Bowersox. You have probable cause. The car Kathy has looks identical to Katie's, for those in the back of the room and did not know that. Hell, spray the washer and dryer behind it. Look down the drains. Pull out the tub drains, the kitchen drains. Look for the blood. Just saying. Is there a reason they don't want to stay in that house?
And you're headed back to Memphis right now. Are you in your RV right now?
I am in my RV. We are not disclosing our current location just because of safety reasons, due to the YouTubers, the Facebookers out there that have sent some very heinous, threatening information and things of that nature, threatening to be outside of our house, all kinds of nasty things. So we're not disclosing our location at this time, unless you're law enforcement.
Miss Proudfoot, is that one of the reasons you left the home?
One of them, yes, ma'am.
Let me move on. We all know she's helped, and I'm speaking of Kathy Bowersox now. She's helped her son Chris cover up many things now and throughout his life. And it's already come to the forefront now that he has SA'd 2 of his family members in his younger days. and Kathy, what is it with these mothers enabling their kids?
So I got into a conversation yesterday with a very reliable source. Guys, I wish I could tell you who it was, but they want to remain nameless. So just take this as, allegedly or speculation, whatever you want to file it as. But they're very reliable. What they shared with me was information about Chris Proudfoot and the great lengths that his family would go to cover up for him. So pretty much the conversation we were having, I was like, do you think, we know so a 15-year-old, autistic or not, wearing diapers, who is considered very high functioning, are we going to consider that as normal or okay? That doesn't seem right. This is a kid who, in my opinion, at the bare minimum, he's being physically abused. But I even wonder, and this is what I brought up. I said, do you think he could be so weird as to like SA type abuse? Well, somebody, how do I say this? Okay, in the past, let's say, and this is for sure before Chris was of age, so 18 years old. Not only did he SA his own stepsister, but he also did this to his cousin. And his mother, Kathy, covered for him, covered it up however she could. And suddenly, it all started to make sense. Though these are women, or not women, these are females that in the past were victimized, is it possible that he didn't have any, I hate to go there, but any preference on this? Is he just an abusive type person?
Rolling in, we've got time for some questions, so yes, ma'am.
I was a few minutes behind, so sorry if I missed this, but has there been any indication at this point of foul play or anything of that nature?
There is no evidence to support foul play is involved in the disappearance of Sebastian.
But at this point, you don't rule it out?
We're not ruling anything out.
So 5 weeks, and you guys covered so much ground, searching, going back, researching, checked out every case of a possible sighting, nothing confirmed, not a trace of Sebastian anywhere, nothing found. No footprints, no video, nothing.
Nothing that is taken us to locate Sebastian.
And are there any working theories?
We come up with theories almost daily and try and investigate and make sure that we're doing everything we can to find Sebastian.
Share any of those?
No, sir.
2 questions, if I may. Have you ruled out Sebastian's mom's and stepdad's involvement in this case? And as a follow-up, have you cleared their alibi?
I think the TBI said it best. They've been nothing but cooperative with law enforcement since day one of this investigation. There is no evidence to support foul play on the part of Sebastian's parents.
Is that moving a method